How's it going, everyone? I've got some red gum today. This is just a small, this is an offcut from the bowls that I got cut out, bowl blanks I got cut out. It's just an offcut. I was going to get chucked in the bin. I thought, well, I'm not chucking that in the bin. Sure, there's something I can make out of it. Just, not really trying to go for any particular shape, only because of some of these splits. Most of you just going to go boom boom anyway. So I'm just trying to get this bit here down round-ish. It did actually have a piece sticking out about this high that I've already taken off. But essentially, I'd like to try this shape. But it may not work. It most probably won't work, knowing me, but I don't really care, to be honest. Just give it a go. Some of the smaller bits lying around. There's pretty decent sized cracks going through here. There's this one here. Pretty much goes all the way around. This one does go all the way around, so I'd expect that to just chip off anyway. I'm not even going to bother putting a tenon or anything on it. It's just going to be just like this on the between the points, between the centers. I might even just leave that. So I go down too far, there ain't going to be much left, is there? It's got some nice grain in it. Nice grain there. But yeah, again, like splits there. It pretty much goes all the way around. It might as well. Only misses this bit here, and if I go down a bit further, it'll mostly be in there anyway. No Robbo this week. He's gone away on holidays with his wife. So pretty much the vibration of the tools is making these cracks worse, obviously. But I'm not going to try and take too much of this out here because it's brittle. And it's mostly just going to go. So I'll just try and leave that in and try a bit more down here. How you going, Chris? So I just had this piece of wood lying around, just an offcut from a bowl blank. So just basically going for this shape, really. Doesn't have to be that small, just try it big, start off with. Going to be my Fabergé eggs that I make. There's going to be the stands. So why not make them out of red gum and all the stuff everyone else calls exotic. The stuff we throw around like rubbish. Why not? Looks nice. Like I said before, I'm not going to bother too much about the head side of it because this is really brittle up here, and I'd rather it stayed between the centres, to be honest, at the moment. Just a practice piece, try it out. And like it's cracked at buggery anyway, so you're not going to get... It's never going to be a uniform piece as such, but it's reasonably close to that. So it's got a couple little notch in there, and I'm not going to bother with this at the bottom because I couldn't do that for the life of me. How you going, Rob? Hang on, Sarge. I'll let you in a sec. How you going, Sarge?
Howdy. Can you hear me?
Yeah, so it's just a handle off of a cabinet that I had, and it's brass. It's pretty weighty. So and I like the design. I always have, even before I started woodworking. So just tried to match that pattern a little bit, and not really making much today. Or well, sorry, I'm going to make a bowl, but I thought I had this piece on the lathe from last night. I thought I'd just give it a try.
Cool.
It was going to get thrown in the bin, this piece. It's just it's an offcut from a bowl blank that got cut out for me.
Right.
I couldn't see it getting chucked in the bin. I said I could make something out of it. So here we are.
Yep, that's usually how it works.
Yep. And it's cracked a buggery. I might give it a little bit of CA. If it actually turns out all right, I might give it a bit of CA, but it's just a test piece, to be honest. Just to see if I could get that shape there, the curve and the bit at the end.
Cool.
It's going to be my, I said to Bailey just before, it's going to be my, when I make my Fabergé eggs, this is going to be the stands for them.
Oh, yeah.
This
Yeah,
shape.
cool. Yeah. Yeah. So then are you, when you get it all done, are you going to flatten where your headstock is right now, where it's in the headstock? So it sits flat on the table?
Yeah, this is just a test piece though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'll cut it off there at the end, but yeah, it's got a massive crack going all the way through there. So I'm really not even expecting. Look, it's just peels off in my hand. It's like dust.
Right.
Hey Rob, what part of the world are you from? Got two Americans in here at the moment.
Rob Cooper.
Yep.
Howdy, Rob. Howdy, Chris. Howdy, Jay. Sorry.
Howdy, Sarge. How y'all going?
Well, my house is back to normal.
What's that? What's normal?
The two girls and the
What's your version of normal? Want to know what my version of normal is?
Fussing chaos.
Yes. All right. New background there for you to work out what it is.
Yeah, I'd seen it when I popped in, but I didn't really look at it. I was trying to get my headset working right.
It's like Aussie slang.
All right.
Ah, Michigan. There you go. Look at that.
All right. So now you're outnumbered tonight, Jay.
Yeah. Yeah, Robbo's not coming in for a week. He's on holidays.
Oh, yeah.
On holidays from me.
Yeah. Well, shoot, by the time all the grandkids and the nephews and nieces and everybody else went to bed last night, your show was about over. So I popped in on John Cousins' show.
Oh, yeah.
Just on the chat.
Yep.
I hadn't seen him do a live in a while. So.
Yeah. I'm busy working, I suppose.
Oh, yeah.
It'll mostly go flying off the lathe in a minute. So don't worry if it does. It's all good. It's planned. It's a planned mistake, okay?
All right. Well, I'll have to hear it, not see it, because right now everything on my computer's froze up.
Using too much resources at once, maybe.
Probably.
Yeah. Have you got Facebook and YouTube and all that stuff open?
Yeah, I'm trying to shut them down.
Yeah. Control Alt Delete and then go to your task manager and shut it down.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that one.
Just don't press it 3 times at the 3 times, all right? You press it 3 times, that restarts the computer.
Right.
I used to get people to do that in the old days.
Yeah.
You want to see? Watch this. Watch what I can do. Press Alt, Control, and Delete 3 times together, and then I'll be like, "See you when you come back."
Right. So usually when I do Control Alt Delete, I'll go down and click the restart if I need to.
Yep.
But even
Your wife been selling many cups?
oh no, she we did a yard sale / craft fair at the VFW this weekend, and she didn't take any cups, but she did earrings and necklaces and stuff like that. She sold quite a bit. No.
It's always a bit of a confident booster when you can sell your stuff, isn't it?
Oh yeah. And of course, everybody's like, why don't you have any of your stuff? I was like, because most of the time when I make something, it's usually by request or a one-off for somebody or whatever.
Yep.
I haven't gotten into the mass amounts.
Yes, rather time consuming.
Yeah.
Especially if you can't stack the wood.
Right. Yeah, like I said, it all depends on what it is. I mean, if I do just some basic stuff, I might be able to I can mass produce it, but anything that's specific, it's like one off. So.
Did you fix the computer fix itself?
No, the only thing it's showing is Google Chrome on my task manager.
Yep. I think somebody hit the restart button. Oops, sorry, Blair. Dr. Bob, I had it in full screen. How you going, guys?
Howdy, guys.
Howdy.
Hello, Chris. Hello, Cooper Owl. I don't know your first name, sorry.
His name's Rob.
Hey, Rob. Oh, geez, another Rob.
Well, it goes with all the Steves, doesn't it?
Well, Steve's and Dave's and Bob's.
John and John's. Bob's. How you going, Dr. Bob?
Howdy.
He didn't
Well,
even
Johns,
laugh at
you
that.
know, Johns are very popular. There's at least one in every house.
They're bad, aren't they? There's a John in every house. I only just got that. Penny only just dropped. Sorry.
You're just slow on the uptake.
Yeah, it's cold. What can I say? Everything moves slow when it's cold.
Especially if you're sitting on a cold seat.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing we have in our bathroom downstairs. The air duct for the air conditioning, directly from the furnace, it's the first one off the pipe, aims right at the toilet. So if you want to use it, it's always cold.
So, Dave is in Michigan. I had to ask where he was from because, I'm nosy like that, So this piece isn't anything particular. It was just an offcut that was basically going to be thrown in Robbo's bin. And I said, no, I can make something out of that.
You can make maybe a mushroom out of it.
I'm doing this.
Oh, okay.
I've done that style with that little bit in there. Just as an example for myself so that I can see what it's going to look like, because I want to use that style for my my Fabergé eggs that I've been making as a stand. And I want to try and use if it's a darker egg, then use a lighter wood, and if it's a lighter egg, do darker wood, something like that, So I'm just practicing with this piece. It's chunked out. It's got, realistically, I was expecting it to fly everywhere because it's got a massive split there and a massive one there, and this one here you can just flake at it like just falls apart. But it held up because it was actually a piece about this big originally.
There you go. Sarge says that he will be in just a little bit. He had to restart his computer.
Oh, okay. Yeah. He was having troubles before. It was glitching out. He could hear me but couldn't see me.
Sometimes a good restart is all you need.
Yep. Tried Control-Alt-Delete, and that just freaked it out even more. So what have you two been up to today?
I had my girls, and the first time I've had both of them in quite a while because my oldest girl is a dancer and she's always at dance class, so I never have her come down.
Yep.
So she got to come down because it's Easter break, and we just kind of hung out and had lunch and nothing fancy.
Cool. Well, it's always good to spend time with the ones you don't get to see very often.
Right.
What kind of dancing does she do?
Ballet.
Nice. She good at it?
What's that?
Is she good at it?
She's beautiful. She does the Nutcracker every year.
Oh, okay. Yep. Is that something she tours around doing, or is it just in your local?
No, it's just her dance company.
Okay.
They do it for 3 nights, and then they kind of travel to schools.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, but they don't do the whole program or anything like that.
Yeah.
No,
All right, so
got a picture.
you can do share screen too, Blair, if you want.
Yeah, hold on a second. I'm gonna search around and see if I've got a picture.
All right, so if you see this piece come flying off the lathe, don't be worried because I'm kind of expecting it to, because I'm just going to keep taking out this center bit here until it flies off. So Robbo won't be in for a week.
Where did he go to?
Oh, he's on holiday with his wife.
Oh, nice.
So he escaped from us.
Yeah, that's what I said to Sarge before. He's actually having a holiday from me.
Well,
don't
that's
blame
a
him.
pretty positive thing that he has got you to the point where he knows you're safe for what you're doing.
Yeah. Yes. Didn't quite break like I thought it was going to, but nevertheless, look.
Oh yeah, look at that.
You made a perfect bun foot. Or pretty close to it, yeah. If you're doing restoration work of a 200-year-old foot, that would be
That's what I was going for.
Uh-huh.
Nice job.
I
What
never
kind of
got
wood
it.
is that?
Sorry?
What kind of wood?
Red gum.
Wow.
That's what it looks like before it's got any finish on it. Yeah. Nice stuff.
That's pretty.
And to think Robbo was going to chuck this in the bin. And now I've got a piece of a round ball blank.
Ooh.
A professionally cut one yet.
Yeah, that's where these little bits came from. The corners.
Ah. Well, you were down at Robo?
Yep.
Yeah, because you don't have a bandsaw that would cut that. You'd be burning rubber on the tire. I know.
I think I just pushed the belt off, to be honest. I mean, push the blade off. I've already done that trying to cut a piece of yellow box. The blade came off the bandsaw on me.
Oh wow.
And the yellow box was only just over an inch thick. It's like turning a stone, that stuff, yellow box. It makes this stuff feel like camphor or something, really soft, you know.
Huh.
As it thuds on the bench. So I'm going to try. This is from Robbo's bells, the red gum bells that he put up a picture of a while ago. And if no one's seen that picture, then they'll just have to go back through my lives. Because I ain't got it. Bloody flat edge. It's not going to help me, is it?
I'm still playing with some gold leafing and treating of the candles. That's what I finished today.
Do full screen on him.
Yep, hang on, I'm getting there.
Please.
No!
Oh, that's cool, Bob.
Yeah, it's
Well, you
very
can't
nice.
really see it flickers, but it is flickering.
Well, here, I've got a tip for you. Turn your light off.
Yeah, but I got to get up to do that.
Oh, I thought Alexa did that for you.
Well, not the overhead one. They don't go for that.
Oh, come on.
But,
So the battery's in the bottom?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Just pop the top off.
So where did you get the candle stuff from?
Dollar store.
You just pop the top off the candle blare and just add an extended wire to it.
Yeah.
And then a couple of pieces of hot glue to hold it in. I only put it really small pieces of hot glue in there because I'm still working on it, still trying to come up with a pattern and gold to And then I'm going to do some mushrooms. I've got the bigger one.
Are they magic?
But- Then I've got this one, and it kind of flickers and drips down, but I got to raise the bulb up some. It's just experimenting on something.
You should get
different.
some wax and drip it down in between the wood and the flame, and then
Yeah.
it'll look like it's a real candle. And then have it dripping down the sides as well. Like tip it so it drips down the sides of the outside of it.
I can do that. You can do that with the glue
Hot
gun.
glue. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I got one of those super hot glue guns. You can vary the temperature for commercial and normal. But this was just an old piece of branch wood that looked nice, that had
Yeah.
some nice holes in it. You know, one of those pieces you see and say, it's not worth turning.
Yes. Well, I don't say that, but yes, I know what you're talking
No,
about.
that's what I like about you. You don't give up. But I've played with my Dremel a little bit, trying to come up to emphasize it some, but I like the one that flickers. And I've got another set of them that I bought that actually is in a tube, and the bottom of the tube flickers too, like a flame. Different. So I'm going to take and put that in one of these and drill a hole, carve it out to make it look like a little squirrel's hole or a bug hole in the bottom. So when you pick it up and get looking at it, you'll look inside and see something down inside flickering too. But I got 10 of them for $5 and 2 batteries a piece. That's not bad to play with.
Yeah, no kidding.
You know, I've turned almost 900, a little over 900 urns, and I got burned out at doing it, but I've still turned, I think since COVID, I've made 34 or 35 and given them away.
That's nice.
But
Keeps you busy.
yes, keeps me sane. And the nice thing about an urn is ashes don't care if they're sanded or not inside. Just hit them with a little bit of black paint, put the lid on and shake it up.
Yeah.
It's about half an inch, maybe less, from my bed of my base down here. Look.
Wow.
Just get
Yeah.
my fingers in there.
That's all that matters.
Could have gone a little bit bigger.
Hey, Jay,
Yeah.
you're going to make a bowl, right?
Yeah.
Okay, can I make a suggestion?
Turn it the other way around.
Turn it the other way around, because if you're going to come up the side, you already have that section that's already gone.
Yeah. No, I already noticed that. Just noticed that as you said it, I was like, I looked at it like,
Great minds think alike.
And what I'm going to do to the bowl, it does actually need to be the other way around anyway. So I'm going to have a second attempt at what I tried to do with that American oak yesterday.
Oh, that was nice. What? You're not going to touch that bowl, right? You're doing something else.
Hey?
So you already finished that bowl.
Yeah. So I'm going to have a second attempt at making that design
Oh, I see.
with the captured ring on the top. This was the blank I was originally going to do it with, but that's got I'm a bit like, I don't know. So it doesn't actually go down that far. So the depth of it doesn't go down very far. The width of it there goes down maybe about that far. I'll just try and get down past that and see what we're looking at. By that time, we might be past this ridge a little bit too. Essentially, I think I'm going to need that gone anyway because it's an uneven surface on this side.
Right.
It's going to come to about there anyway when I've flattened it out on the top. Oh, we'll give it a go. I've got plenty of CA. It's not like I don't have CA. Right, so I'm just gonna. I've got to beat my wood up for a sec, so I can put it on mute. It's the only problem with having a small everything.
Yeah.
That's it's gone out too far now. I've got to readjust it so that and then I've got about half a centimetre in between the banjo and the wood. I've got to move that over closer to the wood.
Yeah, you definitely don't have much room in there, do you?
No. Yeah, anyone in the chat is more than welcome to come into the voice side of things if they want. Rob, if you want, you're more than welcome. The link's up for anyone that wants to come in.
Yep. Come
Rob,
join us.
Chris, come on. Chris, we haven't seen you in a while. Okay, we've watched your videos.
Yeah, still want to invite anyone that wants to come join the AWDG in England. This time we're not having the Tuesday meeting, it's a Monday because we're joining in on a special program. And if you want, you can pay for it, but you can join through us and hit the program.
So what's the special thing that's going on, Bob?
It's one of the demonstrators there in England.
They doing anything special or?
They were talking about it, but it was just as I was catching up, getting online. And then they reviewed it later, saying it would be Monday instead of Tuesdays because we meet Tuesdays and Fridays at 2 o'clock Eastern. And that's dinner time for them, or just after dinner. You know,
Rob doesn't want to reveal his superpowers and come online, you see. All right, thanks for coming in, Rob. Take it easy.
See you, Rob.
Not stabbing in much. Might have to try and take some corners off.
How much do you have between your tailstock and your banjo?
Well, there's a couple of points like this point right here. It's higher than the rest.
Right.
If I can get rid of that, I can move the banjo in a little bit closer. But besides that, maybe like right there at that point, I've got maybe a mil or two.
So is the tailstock touching your banjo now?
It's about not even a quarter of a centimetre away from it.
That's all right. The wood shouldn't vibrate that much.
Yeah, I would pull the center back just a little bit, but have your tailstock hitting your banjo.
Yeah, this doesn't go out much further than this. That's the problem. And once it gets to its end, it has a bit of a loose point, so I can't go right to the very end.
Well, what I'm saying though is if you pull it back a little bit, and push your banjo forward, so it's actually, or not your banjo, your tailstock, so it's hitting your banjo, that might give you more of the pressure, and then you still have room to turn.
Yep.
Or maybe I'm just seeing it wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's like the only thing in between is shavings at the moment down there.
Yeah,
it's hard. Is it because of the handle? And there's only a gap there because it goes skinnier on the end of the tailstock.
Oh, gotcha.
That gap doesn't go all the way through. And
You
I
need
can
a you need an extension.
yeah. Oh well, I'm getting a bigger lathe soon, so there's not much point in buying anything for this.
Right.
Nice.
Hey,
Thanks,
Sarge.
George.
Howdy.
Howdy.
I'll
goes
try
it?
this again.
Will you?
It's
Oh,
good.
no. Stop talking about him now. He's back in. What happened? Big computer freak.
Yeah, I just got wadded up, so I had to shut it down and restart it.
Yeah.
Too much junk open at one time. Imagine that.
That'll do it. Especially
Yep.
if you're opening Chrome.
Yeah.
Because StreamYard depends on Chrome and all of
Right.
its features.
Yep.
There you go, Blair. Go check your messenger.
Let's see, what do we got here? Ah, where's that coming from?
Robbo.
How's it gonna get there though?
It comes apart. Everything comes off of the bed. It can be just a bare bed, like the headstock comes off, the legs come off.
So
and
it's
it's 5 foot long. The bed when nothing's on it. I've already got an offer to go pick it up too, so I'm just got to wait for time. Really, it's end of August, I think.
Nah. Yeah, you can
Yeah.
wait.
Yeah, definitely. I'm getting another shed in about 2 months, so and that's where it's going in there because it won't fit in here.
So are
So,
you
yeah.
just expanding the one that you have?
Sorry.
Are you expanding the one you have?
No, I'm going to put a shed onto the end of it, but I'm not making it so you can walk through both from one to the other because they're too much of a flimsy construction.
Oh,
It's the door for the other shed is going to be like 2 feet away from this door here, so it's not going to matter too much.
gotcha.
And it's a 3-phase lathe, and it's getting a variable speed put on it, and the variable speed will convert it from a 3-phase to a single phase.
Nice.
Yeah. Dr. Bob, I sent you the photos, and I'm sending them to Sarge now.
Yeah,
Cool.
I saw that. That's quite a lathe. You're outdoing everybody else in the States.
It's 76 years
Yeah.
old.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't
That
care how old
iron
it is.
much more durable than the junk they use today.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. At least it's got, I know it's made with good stuff. And it's actually made in Melbourne, designed and made in Melbourne. And it's designed to be a production turning machine. So it'll handle my hobby stuff, no worries.
Yeah.
That also means you can do production. Robo can
Yeah.
hand you off some stuff.
Yeah, I've got to learn how to replicate first. I'm pretty hopeless at that.
But you won't have the excuse of not having a lathe. You'll have the
No.
excuse of not having the tools.
No, and I'm pretty sure it's got a between the headstock and the bed. I think it's like 20 inches or something like that. So
Yeah, that's about standard. 20.
some of
I've got 24, but I just happen to have the big Power-Matic.
it's got. I've got some pieces of wood lying around here that have to be chopped up like 10,000 times to fit on this, but they don't have to be chopped up at all to go onto the other lathe. So they're getting saved.
Uh-huh.
So I can do some like, 1 or 2 foot round bowls and salad bowls
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
There you
You're
go.
going to have to anchor it to the ground.
No,
somehow, concrete footings.
it's 250 to 300 kilos in weight, so I'm kind of hoping it would hold itself.
Well, it's a
And then,
vibration. You're going to have
yeah,
to either level the legs or
yeah.
push
Robbo's got
in.
these. Robbo's got wooden legs for it to prop it up taller. Because I stood in front of it when I was there, and it was way too low. So he's done all that, and he's putting the conversion kit on there, and I'm just paying him.
Wow.
So yeah, enough for me bloody talking though.
What you been up to today, Sarge?
Well, I had both grandkids here yesterday and last night, and I had both my great niece and nephew here. So I had a full house again this weekend, and both of our girls were out. One went to prom last night and spent the night at her grandma's house, and the other one went to her aunt's house and spent the weekend there. Just played most of the weekend. Oh, and then Friday and Saturday we had the citywide yard sale, and we set up. My wife set up her booth at the VFW, and she sold earrings and necklaces. She did real good on it.
Cool.
You remember?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, I'm a lifetime member.
Yeah, I am too.
Though the clubs around here, I haven't found any that are even open, and those that I've attended, I don't know. It's just odd.
Right,
You would think that at my age, members my age would be nom, and some are, but I like to see a club that's got young members,
right,
your age and younger, because that's what keeps them going.
right. Well, I know when I started at this VFW 9 years ago, I was the youngest one. Everybody else was 65 and over.
Yeah,
And
that's a problem.
yeah, but I mean, since then we've had some that have come and gone, but right now we got a pretty good size stack of between. Well, shoot, we got them down to 30s and now 30 to 50 on the low side, and then we still have a lot of the 50 and over, or the 65 and over.
Yeah, we don't seem to do the recruiting at the right age, young age, but we got nothing to offer them.
Right,
That's the big problem. There's several of the clubs around here. They own their own building, their clubhouse. They own a bar and a bingo hall to go with it.
right,
That was the tradition, so you could have meetings for large groups.
right,
And you had a bar with pool tables. And in Michigan, there's a very unique thing in the alcohol code is that they can buy wholesale just like all other establishments,
right.
but they don't pay the state tax,
Huh.
alcohol tax. Uh, and that was passed about 80 years ago. That way they can pass stuff on at cost and still make a few cents on it.
Right.
But you'll
Yeah.
always find, half a dozen pool tables, dartboards. It's become pre-COVID. There were 4 different VFWs that I could go visit at any
Right.
time, and because they've always had the bar open and they served lunch. They always had the cooks in to run, meals and cook. So it was just a place for people to hang out.
Yeah, ours isn't quite that big. Ours is, well, first of all, we're in a dry county. So, I mean, we can get a private license, but it's never passed with approval in the meetings. But we do have bingo, and we're starting that back up again in first weekend in May. So, and then we do little events here and there, do quite a bit of ceremonies, honor guard, and a lot of the others. Matter of fact, I was joking with my commander because we actually were able to have a full-on meeting this month. The last few months, it's just been officers only, and everybody else had to go on Facebook and watch it. And now we're all back to as normal as we can be. But see. Oh,
Well,
I was joking with him because starting next month is our ceremony season, as I called it, with Memorial Day and then 4th of July and all that.
yeah, I still have my membership in Virginia
Mm-hmm.
because that's the club that sponsored me for a lifetime. And but doesn't matter because you can attend any club.
Right.
So it's they've been holding all their meetings in Zoom and trying to figure out how to do it.
Yeah.
They finally were able to get some grandkids in there to teach them how.
Yeah, that's the way it's got to be.
Yep.
Now I know our governor's lifted a lot of the mask mandates and stuff like that. So we'll see how
Our
that goes.
hospitalization's going up like mad
Yeah.
in Western Michigan because they don't believe in masks, period. But
Yeah.
it's showing up. I mean, more people out there die than they die in Detroit and the big cities. They say, well, it's kind of odd. It's rural country areas and small towns, but that's just the way that they want to live and die, and you can't stop it. I just
Right.
feel sorry for some of the people that still believe that this thing is just a hoax, and they're dying with their belief.
Yeah.
I know I was in the VA Thursday for to get the portable heart monitor off me, and they would at that time the vaccination clinic. Uh, it was just going through that starting on Monday, your own clinic that you go to will have the vaccines. So you'll be able to walk in and get them from the duty nurse. You won't have to stand in the open clinic, but the open clinic will still be there for anybody that wants to come and get them. And it's actually got an outside entrance that's a fire emergency exit. And well, it also opens into a patio for a barbecue area too that can be used at the hospital. So they're opening it for the city of Detroit on a walk-in basis. And the people that have been trained and that have actually been giving all of the vaccine shots are medical students from Wayne State University. And not first year, but advanced medical students and advanced EMT students. So they'll still be there, and now it's going to be open for the city on a walk-in basis if they want. When that starts, I'm not sure, but that's why they're moving it in for vets. It's kind of odd to go into a big Kroger store, and while you're waiting in line or doing something, people say that, you know, people have registered with the pharmacy there, so they're calling the people out to come get their shots. But our cases are going up, mostly in areas that think it's a farce.
So if you see me tip super glue everywhere, it's because I'm absolutely pissed off with the bottle at the moment. It keeps blocking up. Robbo goes, clean the end and it won't block up. Yep, that's really working. Friggin' annoying. Now I've got to tip it from that big hole. Fucking, ugh.
Take the lid off another bottle.
I don't have another bottle that fits it, Dr. Bob. That's the problem. It's a unique.
Okay.
Pain in the friggin' ass.
Well, can't you just take and...
Oh, there we go. And that's what I didn't want to happen. Thank you very much.
Well, it'll cut away.
Back on.
You might need to fill your little bottles like that and use them.
Can you explain to me how that's meant to happen? Because I can't fill that up with dripping.
Oh, yeah, you can.
It pierces the thing when I screw the lid down. So,
Hey Jay, do you have any acetone?
nope.
This is where you need to find a medic friend that can get you some hypodermics. One thing I like when we buy at least when I buy the super glue, the way it's sold, they give you a dozen tips at least extra to screw on. But you buy through Amazon or you buy locally?
See ya, Sarge.
Yeah, he already left. I just buy locally, but because it's like I paid $1.20 or something like that for 2 of those.
Oh, yeah. Because I get mine all through Amazon anymore. It's just as easy. But they're, at least when I buy them, the company I get them from, they give you a bunch of tips.
I'll try and do my best to not buy anything online if I can, because the delivery time is horrendous now since COVID started. So if I can buy it locally, I will. And if I have to adopt myself to something different, then so be it. Amazon used to be next day delivery. Now it takes a week for that next day delivery to get here. So it's not next day anymore. It's terrible. It's like a wedding, when there's a wedding on, they bump up the prices of everything because it's a wedding. Well, that's what they've done for COVID, haven't they? They bumped up the prices of everything. I don't know about in your country, but they have here.
I haven't
Price of petrol.
noticed it.
When COVID was on, our petrol goes by the litre, and it was about $1.20 a litre, and now it's $1.75 a litre.
Wow. And
A little bit of
when,
a jump. Yeah.
when COVID hit here, gas went down in price.
Yeah, ours went down. Ours was at about $1.40, $1.45. Now it's gone. Well, then it went down to $1.20, and now it's gone way up to $1.75. It's like, really, guys?
Well, at least around here, we're getting Bezos has got the electric trucks that he's been investing in. So we get a lot.
Ponzi. If a regular person starts a Ponzi scheme, they get locked up. But if the government starts one,
Yeah.
it gets continued.
Yeah.
Yeah, since Biden became president, it's jumped to over $3 a gallon.
Wow.
Wow. We're still at $1.40 to $1.60 here at the highest.
A gallon?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah,
Some places, well, for if you want the premium, you're at $2.10, $2.50.
You're living in the wrong part of America at the moment there, by the sounds of it, Blair.
I think
Well,
so.
we've got several big refineries here. So
Well,
there's no
I've got 3 of
transportation.
them. I've got three refineries within a 50-mile radius.
Wow.
So yeah, it doesn't make sense.
So they know they can charge through the arse, so they're doing it.
Well,
Yeah.
it's the taxation that they add to it in places. Like we have road tax added to it for both city and state taxes. So the local community can have a road tax on the gas. So like within walking distance where I'm at, we have 3 communities join at a corner. And the gasoline will vary between the 3 corners based on the taxes in their community. Granted, it's only a few cents a gallon that they add for the local road tax.
There you go. Chris has just said it's $2.85 there for regular. Yeah, you need to have a chat with someone over there, Blair. Tell them, well, look at this price here and look at this price here.
Well, they'll always come back and tell you it's what's the base cost, and then you got the city, state, and federal taxes to go with it. And it's not just road tax; it's also sales tax. The sales taxes.
Oh, Chris is asking where you're at, Blair.
I'm in Utah, Chris.
I think the one thing that we see on
He said
gas tax is the more people drive, the higher the tax.
he wondered how much you were paying per gallon, Blair.
Right now it's about $3.11. $3.19.
Yeah, you're at least $1 more a gallon than we are.
Yeah, I'm looking at AAA's. All of the West Coast is above $3. Um, Texas, Oklahoma, all of that, they're down to like 260. Florida's about $3.
Yeah. Well, at the height of COVID, nobody was driving. So there was a surplus and they had to sell it to get rid of it. And now the more people that drive, they won't have the surplus that they have to get rid of.
I just closed it out, Chris. Sorry. Hello, Sid.
How you going, Sid?
Yeah, it just makes me sick that the disparity between states and how much they're charging. It's just ridiculous.
Well, a lot of that is local and state taxes and how they calculate it within the states. That's the big thing that people don't think of. They think, well, we do it this way and every state does it. And ours is based on not just by city and county and state tax, because there are three pieces to the taxes to maintain their local roads.
Yeah.
It's all based on the gas tax to maintain roads.
Chris is sitting at 280, or at least Ohio is. Huh.
Yeah, we used to consider Ohio cheaper than Michigan for quite a while, but depends. Like go western out to western Michigan, they or out in the farm belt. Uh, it's always cheaper. Because the unique thing is farmers don't pay any tax on it. No road taxes at all. They pay a sales tax, but not road taxes.
Hmm.
Because they're buying it for use on their farm. They don't get any money back to pay for the dirt roads on their farm. So all their vehicles, they're all tax exempt. Tractors, combines, trucks. And at least in Michigan, I know, and Idaho was, a couple other states I've lived in, they have a different license plate for farm vehicles.
Yeah, I think every state does. Yeah, but Chris, how far away is Canton from where you're at? Gal, I haven't been in my shop all weekend. It's weird.
Are you feeling all right?
Yeah.
Well, get out in the bloody bed then.
Yeah, I probably will tomorrow night.
Do it. Do it.
Just not inspired.
Oh, how about you make a bowl with a captured ring on the top like this, eh? Come on. Get to it. Come on.
Ooh. I've never done that. That would be interesting.
Look, just from my own personal experience, don't pick brittle wood, eh? I picked brittle wood to do the first one, and it killed it. It exploded on me. So make sure you pick a piece of wood that your know's not going to fall apart at the most critical time. Like here's my ring. Look how close I got.
Oh
A
yeah.
handle.
Look how bloody close I got. Would you? So I have to let this set because the shavings have already come flying out of it. But I'm too impatient, apparently.
That's you.
Who would have thought that, eh?
Yeah, I don't have to worry about driving. I had my car stolen.
Yeah.
There's no way I keep trying to fight to not have to pay all these bills on it. I'm going to have to go to court over it.
Yeah, all the storage fees and all that kind of garbage. Yeah. I remember you saying something about that.
Yeah, I paid it all. I mean, I paid the fees. I got all the receipts for them. Even though the man was out of business and the car wasn't even there, the money kept going direct deposit into his company account. And I'm sure his wife or someone got the money.
Isn't that convenient?
Yeah.
But it crosses, I did find the company account is an out-of-state account. That's where the wife lives, and she technically owned the business, and he simply ran it here. They were separated. I didn't know that. He just stored mostly collectible cars,
Mm.
though mine technically was a collectible because they only made so many of them. It was a show car for dealers. It was tricked out totally. 2 video game consoles, one in the back seat, one on each side. TV screens, it built in the back of the seats. Heated seats, it had vibrators in them for massaging.
Wow.
110 in, as they called it, the cockpit. It had 2 110 plugs in the front seat and 2 in the back.
Sorry if anyone hears the fan blowing. I was getting a little bit dutched out in the corner of my shed from the super glue. I had to get out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to inhale that stuff. Get you high as a kite before you die.
Be right back, fella.
Oh, you know,
So I pulled my the switch apart on my lathe yesterday, and it's got a box that sits behind on the inside underneath the bed where the
Yeah.
wiring comes out. The box kind
Yeah,
of just
I
covers
remember
up the
when you
wiring.
pulled it apart that night it went out.
Yeah, the box keeps coming off of the back of the lathe, so I got a heavy duty wood screw, and I fixed that up good and proper. Screwed that bugger nice and tight to the back of the lathe because that's where the dust was coming in from. And then I got cloth tape and put it all the way around it,
On the
all the way
seam.
around the edges. Got rid of any little holes that were underneath the lathe stand that go up into it. Fingers
Yeah,
crossed, it shouldn't need another on-off switch for a long time.
I actually got some rubber. The On mine, the it's all low voltage. The switches are
Yeah.
uh, like 20, 24 volt, because it's just controlling the inverter.
Oh yeah.
And it's a low, a switching voltage. That's all it
Yep.
is.
Yep.
But they still can get dirt in them. So I took an old inner tube a long time ago, and that back when they had cars that had inner tubes,
Yep.
back when you blew them up and took them to the beach. That shows my age.
Yeah.
But I got a hold of an old inner tube, and I used it uh, and made rubber gaskets for
Yep.
the one that I have on a long cord, and I like it. I'll tell you, with Robos, when you get that, you need to get him to put a secondary switch. They're just in series, but on a cord, so you can move it around, and magnets on the back of it, so you can sit it on the lathe bed right there in front of you. If you don't have to reach down across something that's swinging out of control.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I've seen those. I do agree. They are a good idea.
That or wireless. And if I was doing it again, I'd do wireless. I'd tie it to Alexa. Just yell at her to stop it, and it would stop instantly.
Oh, dude.
I've just become lazy that way. But I have it for the fan, I have it for the heater, even the thermostat on the heater in the winter. They're just cheap little modules, and I put them together myself. Got them on all the lights on the air compressor, so I can walk in if I don't need the compressor. I just tell her to turn the lights on.
Yep.
If I want air, I simply tell her I need air or heat or fan, or I can say turn the fan on for the thermostat.
Sorry, I was listening. I just had to help Amber find something.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got an idea for a weird bowl. My sister does professional and teaches cake decorating.
Yep.
And enters into national competitions, both federal, our state, and national here. But she's got some really good reviews outside the country.
Sorry. That's Amber not telling me she's turning a device on. I'll put myself on mute.
What I've done is I've turned some odd display bowls for her because that helps in presentation of her work. Because most people buy stuff offline. They don't get custom ones. So I've made some custom set bowls and custom plates to put stuff on and turntables. Use a regular turntable you buy, online for $5. And I just get them, turn a wood top to go over it. And add a voice control to it. So she can just turn everything on and off and not have to reach for switches. She's getting used to automation. But I've got a wild idea for one of her cake decorating systems. So it'll be 3 plates, but it'll be the biggest on the bottom and then offset another one going above it and offset it for another one, like out of the old Jetsons cartoons.
The wifey's been making noise, so I had to have it on mute.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be working on those when I get these candles done.
Yep. Go on then, get out in the shop. Come on, chop chop. No?
You figured out what you're going to use for lighting in your new shed?
It'll mostly just be LED floodlights. Like pretty much what I've got up there at the moment.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. They're so much cheaper to run.
Yeah, I got. I can't point the light at it because it'll blind it. The camera at the light, rather.
Yeah, I've got. They're the same length of a fluorescent, but they have LEDs in them instead, and I've got 6 of them in my shop.
Yeah, I think that's what this one's got on.
And the nice thing is I can plug them in end to end.
So I'm back, but I'm eating, so I'm not turning on my camera.
You just don't look good eating.
He sounds like this when he's taking a bite.
Right?
Or either that or he spills it down the front of them and is embarrassed.
Well, that's yeah. There is that.
He likes to lick it off his t-shirt
That
afterwards.
happens to all of us. Why be ashamed of something that happens for everybody?
Eating so close to my lunchtime. Not fair.
Have a cup of coffee, you'll be fine.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's wired already.
That'll make me feel worse.
Have you got your electrics sorted out to run the new lathe?
I'm just going to buy a 15 amp extension cord for it Not the standard 10 amp one.
It's a bigger lathe. You're going to need 10 amps, I would think.
Yeah, I got to get a 15 amp.
A
Cord.
15?
Yeah, just as
Yeah.
a in case of heat wise.
But have you got a plug for it?
Oh,
An
it'll be
outdoor plug.
converted to single phase, so it'll be alright.
Right, but you still need a plug outside, don't you?
Yeah, that's what the extension cord will be for.
So you'll drag the cord out a window?
Yeah, it'll come out. I've got a hole drilled in the frame of my window, so it goes through, so I can close the window. And then I'll have that run along this back wall here, and then pop out the other end of the shed and go into the other shed.
Oh, that so wouldn't be allowed here.
No?
That just would not be allowed here. Inspectors would go crazy over that, especially through a window.
It's plugged in. It has its own plug, so I don't know. No reason for it to be turned off or tampered with or anything like that.
Yeah.
What are you eating, Blair?
It's kind of a lasagna with sausage and white sauce.
Oh yeah. Should I just assume my invite got lost in the mail?
Yesterday we had a smoked turkey. I put it out in the smoker. We got a smoker grill combination that has the smoker box separate. And we smoked the turkey, and oh, it was good. The leftovers are disappearing.
Both of my stepsons have these just fantastic smokers. Hey, Neil.
Hey, guys, Neil. How'd you get the turkey to hold the smoke?
Oh, it does.
Did you just hold it in his hand, his paw, in his feathers like this?
Oh, funny. I know. You Aussies cook the turkey live.
We
That
don't
way
cook
they're
turkeys.
fresh.
We don't cook turkeys like you guys. We're more for ducks and lamb and stuff like that.
It's just another poultry here. It's available year round, but
Yeah, we got
it's
turkey
not
here
necessarily
available, but
seasonal.
we don't go crazy for a lot, you guys do. So Neil, I did that already. And that is just to try and replicate this a little bit.
Looks like the antique foot to a cabinet.
Yeah, it is. It's a
Not quite Queen Anne, but
it was off a giant TV cabinet we had. It was about a 20-foot TV cabinet we had.
yeah.
And I took the handles off it or we destroyed it. So they're nice, heavy duty, nice weighted
I do
handles.
that too.
Well, and that's the thing, though, is if you go to the store and look for drawer pulls, they're so dang expensive, especially
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, yep. Yes, Justin. They were scraps of red gum that Robbo was going to throw in the bin after he cut me up some blanks when I was there. I was like, no, thank you. Almost crying. Don't throw them away.
Yeah. get the lathe, you're going to christen it with a bottle of champagne, sprinkle it a little on, and drink the rest.
Sorry, what was that?
When you get your lathe, you're going to christen it with some champagne or something fancy like that. Drip a couple drops on it and guzzle the rest.
Oh no, I've got to get a pillow and a blanket and sleep on it.
I guess that is claiming it as your own.
Yep.
It's
I
better
figured
than
if
a dog. They urinate on their stuff to prove it's theirs.
Yeah, I was about to say, as long as I fart on it a couple of times, I should be safe. Right, so this part, right? This is going to be the tricky part. And I say tricky because it's got a lot of bloody cracks here that I've got to fill in with glue, but also I have to coat the whole ring in super glue to stabilize it a little bit, you know. So this bit might take a little while.
That's where
And then
a little spatula made out of a plastic spoon worked well, a spoon handle.
And then I'm gonna run away because this thing's gonna overwhelm me. So I'm trying to put it on with a paintbrush so it's a little bit neater. So Blair, if you try a captured rig on a bowl, you're really better off super gluing the rig before you try and cut it out. Just to try and stabilize it a little bit because you know how that piece of wood's going to be pretty damn brittle. So try and savor it as much as you can. Go and stock up on your glue supplies before you do it.
Yeah, I haven't figured out how to do that yet. Being I don't have a ring tool.
Oh yeah, whoops. I'm sure it could be done. You can make one. You can get a ring spanner and make a ring tool.
Yeah.
Did everyone hear that knocking on the window?
Yeah.
That's my wife telling me my lunch is ready. You know what that? You know what I'm telling her in my head? I'm still gluing. So when I finish doing this, I might just knock it on the head for now. I might come back out a little bit later, but this glue takes a long time to dry. Like the American oak piece that I tried to do it on yesterday, the day before, it took 24 hours. I came out here and the glue was still slightly damp.
Huh.
Oh wow.
So I don't know.
That's odd. It must be in the glue.
Something, yeah, I don't know. Maybe put it on too thick. Maybe I'm not too
They
sure.
got it. They're thinned too much.
The
I like
American
that.
oak is very porous too. I noticed it cracks so easily. That stuff.
Yeah.
It really wasn't the most appropriate piece of wood to be using, to be honest. In hindsight,
Yeah, and we use oak all the time here and think nothing of it.
you've got my experience and my stuff ups, Blair, to learn from, right?
Well,
Go on.
I've got to turn some chair legs tomorrow.
Yep.
Because kids were busy gaming and standing on the rungs of chairs. And
Yep.
you don't put a 200-pound kid standing on a little rung that's basically a dowel. These are the high captain's type chairs for the table.
Oh yeah.
So you can
Yep.
stand up around the table and still game.
Yep.
So I got fixed 2 chairs.
I think it's about time you teach them to get outside and fix it themselves.
Well,
Is that
nobody
law?
uses my tools unless they know what they're doing. And these are teenagers that think they know everything. That's the most dangerous. No, I got it. I just turn them on the lathe.
Yep.
Because they taper at the end to make them look fancy.
Yep.
I think what I'll do is I've got a piece long enough. I'll put it on the lathe and put the steady rest in the middle where I'm going to separate them. That way I can turn both ends.
All right, I'm going to knock it on the head now. Appreciate you coming in, Dr. Bob and Blair. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you.
Yes, sir. You have a good day, Bob. You have a good evening. We'll
Yep.
talk to you guys later.
You too. All right, take it easy. See you later, Neil. See you, Chris. Any tree people in the background there?